welcome back to Numenera. It has been a little while. Last week life got in the way, but this week we are back, and I've got to remember how to run Numenera because I've been running lots of other things in the meantime.
Starts with a good intro.
It starts with a disjointed intro, as I remember.
That's it. That's what I meant.
Yeah. How are you all? How you doing?
Good.
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 Good, thank you.
Long glass of whiskey, so I'm
Yay.
great.
Oh, I just made a cup of tea. I would pour myself a whiskey, but I've just made a cup of tea. We are going to be jumping back into the Ninth World. We left on a cliffhanger last night. This is for after the credits, isn't it? This
Yes.
is for after the titles. So what I should do right now is I should run the titles. Last we left off, we were last where we started. I say last we left off and then I go into the recap. That doesn't make any sense. Let's do the recap. Yeah, no, it's definitely Monday, isn't it? You were in Rashid.
Recap.
You were in Rashid having done the precarious bridge. You got a little house, thanks to Philo, your scheme gourmand friend, and woke up to explore the town a little bit. Nimchek went off to kind of direct people back over the bridge to where the caravans were set up with their stalls and stuff. Managed to get quite a few people over, you'll be happy to know. Where the rest of you wandered around town trying to kind of figure out what's going on. First, you went to the Oscillorian's house, the largest house in the town. Tiled building that actually echoed a little bit when you were in the atrium. And you met Connie, the youngest and only daughter of the Oscillorian family, who was terribly excited to meet a load of adventurers. She was in her full adventuring gear, and then swiftly disappointed when you didn't take her with you. Sold a few bits and bobs to her for a fair sum of shins, and then buggered off, basically. Swapped a couple of stories, learnt a little bit about the town, but then after leaving there, you went towards the Cleave, this group of Eon priests, probably, who seem to be the main, controlling interest in the town, other than the Oscillorians. You've met the downtrodden clerk, who was storing whispers inside ambids, these six-limbed monkeys. Buying whispers for shins and whispering them into an ambid so the ambid could remember and reproduce it at will. You learned a little bit about how they work. It's very, very slow to get to the top, and most of them don't actually know anything about any of the whispers that are stored in there, but presumably there's quite a few kept underground. You didn't manage to convince her to let you underground. So back out
That would
into
be
town.
so good.
You'd been kind of pondering over some of these whispers that you'd received, and figured out a couple, and were passing them between each other so people could have a go at it themselves. One of them didn't make their target. A child managed to hear and stole a whisper and ran away, to be immediately stopped by Letty with a giant wall of energy.
I can't believe I clotheslined a child with a wall of psychic power.
I absolutely can believe that you did that.
Perfectly reasonable response.
It was a choice. It was a choice.
Someone yelled, "Stop that child!" So I did.
Yeah. And the townspeople weren't too happy about that, were they? There was almost a brouhaha. But it was smoothed over by some quick talking from Cleave and from Trenton getting the guard. The guard managed to convince the kid to give the whisper back, because whispers are kind of a taboo subject in town a little bit. There are some people who aren't too happy with outsiders getting whispers. So you went back home and had a nice dinner. Philo was surprised to see so many, but recovered marvelously, producing a great big spread for you all. And the child returned the whisper. There was the big fella who was at the head of the kind of town mob almost, who joined you for lunch and sat suspiciously close to the door where the child was giving the whisper back. Yeah, we'll see where that goes. When you were left to your own devices, you passed those whispers back and forth and figured a few things out. I believe you worked out Nimchek's whisper, the one that they got and weren't too happy about when they figured it out. It will work, but it is futile, if I remember correctly.
That is it.
Yeah, lots of secrets Nimchek's hiding.
Mm-hmm.
But one of your whispers is a key. Adjustment is key. A key to open one of these doors in the mesa. Worth quite a lot of money if you can figure out which door it is, if it's safe, if it's useful, all of these things. The Oscillorians will pay quite a lot for that. So you went back to Connie and convinced her to run away from home for a bit, leaving a note behind for a couple of nights, just to come with the caravan for a bit to identify these doors and help you through one of them. So the collected adventurers made their way back across the bridge, tying each other very securely together, making sure you don't fall off again. But luckily it was less windy than last time.
We're veteran bridge crossers now.
Nobody failed their check, so nobody fell. There was nothing harassing you on the way over. But a couple more whispers kind of presented themselves. You let them in and heard a few things, little bits and pieces. You're going to have to remind me which
I got one. I got one, and I just heard name, which was the second word, and I didn't understand the rest.
I have written down here, I let something into my brain that I shouldn't have.
Well, you also got a whisper. You got a
did.
whisper at the very start of the bridge.
Oh no, that's written on a piece of paper 4 hours drive away.
Well, the word is golden. The last word is golden.
Yes. Yep.
But yes, a second whisper seemed to present itself to you. And you didn't hear anything. And so we return on the other side of the bridge. Everyone's over, safe, untying ropes and stuff, and looking up at Letty. And her eyes, just a bit weird. There's something off about it. So
What sort of off?
It is black with stars, kind of a galaxy-like thing.
Izzy's gonna sort of sidle over to Cleave. Letty.
Yeah.
Have her eyes always looked like that?
Looked like what?
What are you all whispering about?
Oh, Letty, I think you got something in your eye.
Oh, really? Whereabouts? Is it just... Yeah.
All over?
Where is it?
I'll come up and be like, "Oh my god, look at you! Stay still, stay still. No,
What?
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
What?
okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just stay very still.
Oh,
Stay very still. And I'm gonna get either one of my glows or a torch. I'm gonna just look into her eyes and shine a light in.
Ah!
You have.
You click on the light, and kind of dazzles you for a second. And when you look closer, no, trick of the light.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
No.
What? Did you get it?
Yes.
My bad.
Yes.
My bad.
No, it's fine. I think it was just an eyelash.
Well, give me the eyelash then. I've got to blow it off to
It's
get
gone.
good luck.
It went. You quick, make a wish.
I didn't get my wish. Damn it. All right.
So
it's definitely gone, isn't it? You all seemed a bit concerned there, and that concerned me a little bit.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I should have reacted a little calmer, but yes, it was just a very big eyelash. It looked like something else, but no, you're fine. I'm gonna turn the light off and walk away. Cleave, can I have a word?
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes. It looked weird.
It was like. Did I see it before? I must have seen something before. I turned the light on.
Yeah, definitely look weird.
Yeah. It was like space in his eye. It's very strange. I don't think we should go over that bridge again. And we should keep an eye on Letty.
Eye on Letty. I see what you did there. Yeah, well, I have no plans to go back over that bridge. It's just too much.
Okay.
But fine, we'll
okay.
keep an eye on Letty. Did the light just make it go?
It might have just been coincidence, but maybe. Well, we know how to get rid of it now. Just shine a bright light in her face.
Okay, good plan. Right, come on then, guys. Let's get back to camp, shall we?
And so, yes,
Philo's
Cleave,
cooking
that's how
up
a
something.
bill becomes a law. And I agree. Back to camp. Sorry.
Let's see. Difficulty 1. Difficulty 1, figuring out lies.
That seems fair. That seems fair.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that gives me this just as a gimme, so I got a 1.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Too busy over here.
You don't know why Trenton decided that this was the time to explain that, but yeah.
Seems legit.
Legal stuff is boring anyway. I've had too much of that.
So I didn't want to involve you.
Connie is untying herself from, I think it was Letty and Mazia were tied to, with Connie in the middle. So, yeah, Connie's figuring out these bits and pieces, untying herself, and looking around, and just charging at, like, the stalls, basically. Yeah, she is so excited. Like, the crossing was nerve-wracking, but exciting. Nothing too dangerous happened, but it was going out of town. And she's like an excited puppy going from place to place.
You're going to stay overnight here and then head back with the other merchants.
We're heading on, aren't we?
This is. Oh, sorry. I thought it was Connie. You were talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
Connie's kind of run off and gone to
Yeah,
the store.
but she's gonna head back over the bridge like tomorrow, isn't she?
Well,
With-
no, we were planning to co-opt her. I don't know how we got to explaining that we were going to only have her for one night. We're not. We're going to steal her because we need to find the door.
Excellent.
But we'll work on that later.
I think we coaxed her out with the promise of one night, and then hopefully we're gonna tease her out for a little bit more time.
It'd be good for her.
We
The
fine.
Ostalorians will be absolutely fine with it.
The sun is setting at this time of night, day as well. Just kind of getting to evening time. It's cooling off a bit. So, Philo goes back to camp and starts preparing some food. There is joy all around in the Merrion camp when they spot Philo. And Matilda, head up looking for you all, spots you, walks over. So, how much did you get from? Did you manage to sell them all?
Good to see you as well, Matilda.
Yeah, fine.
Letty, I believe you took the money from the
No,
Odysseys?
no, I have it.
Oh, that's right.
Right. How much is it? Let me count. How much are you handing over?
So we gave 40 shins for the ciphers.
Mhm.
And then there was additional money from from Philo selling like the food and fruit and stuff that we've taken across as well. But I don't know how much that was.
Philo was handling that, so.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're
And
handing
Philo
over
has the
440.
rest. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a. I might need to get you to sell some more stuff. Right, as agreed, half for you, half for us. So gives you 20 back. And pockets the other 20. George, we got 20 and we're paying them 20. And Philo's got the other one. And yeah, George starts writing in the ledger. Beckons over to Philo to make the same agreement. So, camp is struck. Connie eventually wears herself out and comes back to you with all sorts of bits and pieces. She's managed to buy a bit of tat from every single store. All sorts of little oddities and fruits, and she's got crickets on a stick.
Nice.
But yeah, she is very excited. Sits back down round the fire. Right, I've got a whisper, and I can't figure it out. Could I convince one of you to figure it out, then give it back to me and help me figure it out?
Yes, I don't see why not. I also got a whisper, and it was. I don't quite know what it means either. But yes, I'm willing to give it a go if you want.
Yes. She speaks this whisper, and the word you find is rainfall.
It's Connie's whisper. And that's the but there's other like noises and stuff around that, but that's the only thing I
rainfall
can
is
pick
the
up.
first word.
Okay, and I guess that doesn't mean anything to me.
Not unless you try and figure it out.
I will try and figure it out.
Yeah. So you're trying to figure out Connie's whisper or your whisper?
Yeah, Connie's this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Difficulty 7.
And can I? Yeah. So because I've put experience into leveling up, I now have 3 in my effort.
Blimey.
Is that all right? Can I put? Because I had 1 at the beginning, and then I've leveled that stat up twice now. Because I'm about to go up to another
3
level.
levels of effort.
Amazing. I will do that, and that's intellect, I guess.
Yep. It'll cost you 7 points of your intellect.
And I have an edge of 2, so it'll cost me 5. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. So we're going down from a 7, 6, 5, 4 difficulty
So-
4, 12 or more.
So it's 12 or more. I don't think I have, apart from understanding Numenera. No, that's it.
No, and I don't think your history would help in this case either.
And I only roll an 8. Damn it.
Yeah, no, it's just elusive. You know when you've got a word
Yeah.
it's there, and you know
Yeah.
it's there, and you know what it means, and you...
Can I re-roll? Can I use an XP to re-roll?
Yeah, absolutely, if you want to spend the next beat to reroll.
Just do it once. Right.
Oh, before you re-roll,
Yeah.
can I give him some good advice?
You can.
Can I make it, because obviously I've sold a couple now. So can I sort of say, well, you need to think about it, but not think about it. Like you got to think about it and then let the other stuff come in as well. And then you sort of starts to make sense, but you also get images, not just like thoughts.
So just kind of roll it around a little
Yeah.
bit and let it organically manifest.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that. And I'll put as much effort in as before. So it's another 5 points of intellect down.
So
I'm down.
Does your good advice...
Gives him an asset.
is it a thing where you basically do the same roll but with an asset?
Yeah, he gets an asset off of it.
Right, but...
My late
is it-
inspiration allows me to redo it.
Yes, but is this... are you adding on to the XP spent? As in... Does Danny still need to spend an XP to get this reroll? Or is it like a free reroll?
I think
Oh
need to
no, I
spend
should
an
have done
XP.
it on his first roll. I forgot to do it on his first roll. That's
Right.
my bad. Sorry.
Okay. So, yes, so spend your XP.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend any more effort. You just make the same roll. But I'm allowing this asset on it. So we're down to
So
3.
now I need a 9.
9 or more. There we go. Maths.
14.
14. Yes.
Boom.
So, yes, that word. Slab. That's the word.
Slab.
Of course, that was the word.
The reason it wasn't making sense to you is because it isn't the noun slab, it is a proper noun. It is a place. The Great Slab. Rainfall shows the way up the side of the Great Slab. The Great Slab.
Yeah.
You have
We
seen it.
we went past it. I remember that.
Just
Oh,
the
was
way-
that the thing that was way off in the distance when we were dealing
Yeah.
with the gazers? Oh, okay.
You can still see it. You're quite elevated, so you can see kind of the plains, the mesa beyond you, and beyond the mesa, far, far in the north, is the Great Slab, this rectangular chunk of, like, stone, basalt stone.
May I just say, in my notes, I've written this as miles away is a big old slab of rock, and I've literally put big old slab of rock.
Yep. That is exactly what the Great Slab is. It's a big old slab of rock.
Okay, cool. Do I get any kind of images? What that actually means in terms of the rainfall shows the way up? I guess.
So the rainfall shows the way up, because when it rains on the Great Slab, it trickles down in certain places.
Mhm.
And one of those places is climbable.
Okay.
The Great Slab is, I think, 12 miles tall or something ridiculous. I can't remember the exact
Wow.
numbers, but it's very tall. So it's very hard to get up. So knowing a route up could be worth a few bob.
That's still like a couple of months' work of climbing, but still, yeah. All right. And how does this work about once you deciphered it, giving it back? It's simply just, I simply whisper it back, and Connie would get all this information.
No,
now
Connie has
deciphered
to
it.
figure it out herself, but you'll be able to help her, basically. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, given that I know I'm not going to have time to do an expedition and climb a 12-mile high slab, I'm probably just going to be a good boy and give it her back.
Okay.
as she asked. Yeah. So, Connie, thanks for your advice, clergy. I really wasn't getting it until I just kind of loosened up my brain a little and just kind of closed my eyes a bit, and lo and behold, I got the answer. Connie, you might be wanting this back.
If it isn't any trouble.
I don't think so. I already have a whisper that I'm still working out, so I think one's enough. Okay, and I will whisper it back. And then sit down with her over like the campfire and stuff and help work it out.
Yeah, she eventually cracks it, but it takes a while. Yeah, she is apparently not used to letting her brain just go. It always has to be running. What's everyone else doing at camp?
I've distributed the 20 shins equally between us, so 5 shins each, guys. Woo. Positively rich. Well, some are richer.
I don't know what you mean.
Letty, you lost your book of Numenera, didn't you?
I did lose my book of Numenera. Stolen by a different child.
Oh, why? What is wrong? Why did these children all hate you?
I think they recognize something in me that that is the same as them, and they want to punish it.
Good answer.
I don't know. Letty wants to figure out this new whisper. 2 whispers? 1 whisper. She feels like she's confused about that. She remembers 2 whispers arriving, but she only remembers 1 whisper.
Yeah, it's only the 1 whisper. It's just the one.
It's just the
one.
Okay. But she also wants to have a chat with Mazia, so she's gonna maybe have a quick roll around of golden, and then I might just quickly roll that and see if she gets it right now.
Yeah.
I have 3. I have an edge of 3. Does that give me a free level of effort?
Yes, you can just
Ooh.
apply effort for free. This is
And you can have my good advice from Trenton as well, presumably. Presumably you've listened to it.
I'm very nosy. Is that okay?
If you want to do the good advice thing again, I think you can do it for free. It's like 1 intellect or something, and you got edge. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I got a 9.
A 9. So you spent 1 level of effort and got 1 asset. So 7, 6, 5. No.
Oh no. Okay. I'm not going to fuss too much about it. She's just rolling around in the head, and she's going to like, "Hey, Mazia, could we just have a word over here?"
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, no worries. So you're very good in the bridge. You have a way with a whip. You found an ancient tomb recently on our way. I have some business back in Batica that I think perhaps you could help me with. You seem a very single-minded sort, and I suspect you won't mind if we take a detour on the way back to find something.
Ooh. Yeah, she wasn't sure, but you say find something, and you see Mazia go like, "Oh, I like finding things." Finding something. What is it? Is it illegal? Do I have to tell Cleege?
It's not illegal to find gold.
No.
It's not illegal to find treasure just lying around. There's a hoard of it near Batica. I've been looking for it for a while.
How do you know this?
Let's say I've got history with the people who originally hid it there. They're no longer around. Yeah.
What do you know about it?
Only that it was the entire wealth of. Do you know the name Karen Colin?
Do I know that name, Ed?
I think the other 2 remember it.
Oh yes, we had a roll for it.
She should do, because you've lived in Vatican most of your life, haven't you, Mazia? Yeah. So she should
Yeah,
have more knowledge than we did. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you would like recognize the name and maybe kind of some of the details, but like filtered through gossip.
Yeah, they were a thieving band. Some would say raiders, some would say that's too far. Who were around until about 10 years ago. And they did a lot of robbery. They were part of Ishlav. They were operated out of Ishlav for a while and then moved to Vatica. They disappeared about 10 years ago as a group. They used to carry red-handled knives around, as Khan Colin meaning the knife handle.
You've got a red-handled knife, don't you? Is that
I do.
related?
Yeah, that's a little bit related, perhaps.
So, treasure, where is it? What do you know?
I know it's in the area around Vatica.
And
It was left there by, it was hidden there by a nano known as Julianto Rufa, and she was very good at hiding things.
And you have some clues or no clues?
I've got a list of places it isn't.
That is a good place to start. Yeah, she will take a look at your list if you offer her a list of places that it isn't.
I think Letty's not offering anything yet, but she's like, so are you in or are you out? Do you think?
Oh, yes, no, definitely in. This sounds interesting. And
Pinky swear?
she just looks at you with confusion.
This is an ancient tradition.
We do not have pinky swears back in the.
The alternative is to cut a finger with the knife, and I don't think you want to do that.
Pinky swear it is. And you have offered her a chance to find something that is hidden, and she likes that.
So, not as good as a wink to Cleave, all right?
Not yet. I don't. She doesn't. He doesn't need to know at the moment. I don't think.
Yeah. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
All right. And that's how many lines are in a sonnet.
Nice.
Want to grab a drink?
Yes. And tell me more about iambic pentameter.
Philo is dishing out soup, a quickly made stew. He doesn't seem too happy with it. I did not have time to make it properly tender, but it will do. It is a passable stew, and I had nothing to roast, so it will be filling. And basically giving excuses all the while, like ladling out this beautiful smelling, delicious stew.
I slurp it down.
He's made up for not having enough time to let it sit with magic somehow. He is a wizard with food. So,
Yum.
if there's nothing else gonna happen in the evening, we should go to bed
I
and
think so.
head to the next day. The sleep on top of the mesa isn't quite as comfy as the sleep in the house. You've got tents and stuff, but the wind does kind of tear at the canvas. You can hear it flapping and the whole night. But eventually the sun does rise, The campfires, they've kind of dimmed and are smouldering in the morning, and everyone wakes up, gets to work. You can see that most of the camp aren't getting ready to move on yet, but the Merrion Oaks were up a little earlier than you lot were, and starting to pack up. You can see Matilda yelling orders to the kids to do their own thing.
Can I check? Do we get to restore all our pools if we've had an overnight
Absolutely.
sleep? Yay.
We've done all your recovery rests, so presumably you'll roll enough to get it all back to normal.
Cool. I will have tried to repair my coats, my ripped coats. I may have asked for Nazir's help with that.
She would definitely. She knows how to sew something like that back together. So
Amazing.
Oh yeah. With the two of you, a tear in a coat is easy enough to do. Won't need any kind of roll for that. I think it would be difficulty 1 to just sew it up. Yeah, field work, but solid.
Cool. Doesn't even have to be matching thread. It's fine.
Morning, Matilda. What's the plan then?
Plan is we will get on. Really, we'll be dropping by Yoshua in a couple of weeks, and then a couple of weeks after that, we should be at the Dream Titans before Numenera gets there, with any luck. I've given us a few kind of days leeway, so yeah, we should just be onwards. Is this one coming with us? Kind of indicating to Connie, who's curled up by the campfire in a sleeping bag.
Well, she did want a bit of an adventure. Now, I may have acquired some information about some of these doors in the stone. So I was wondering if you'd be willing for us to maybe, pause at one if it looks possible.
That sounds like valuable information. Am I correct?
Honestly, I don't know until we see it. So it could be nothing. It's just one of those things.
How long do you reckon it'd take you?
I don't know. Maybe a day, maybe 2. Honestly, it's going to be part luck, and I don't know to actually find it.
Well,
we do tend to be very lucky. So you know.
It should just be a quick in and out, surely.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I hired you, and this is why I put leeway in the schedule. So, yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, I'll be somewhere nice to camp. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Do you know where?
No, not yet. Just the other side, though. If we just carry on through, I think we should start finding it. But I hopefully Connie will help us and get her out
she's
for a bit.
Coming with us then?
Just for a little bit. I just out that far, and then probably we'll return to town. I don't think she'll be a long-term stayer.
You're paying her way if she is.
That's fine. I did have one other thing. Oh, yes. Are the rest of the caravan joining us, or are they staying here?
No. They are quite happily selling to this lot. You can only get so many over the bridge in a day, so they wanted to get as many as they could, but Numenera is more important.
Absolutely. So, right. Well, we'll pack up and get going then.
Let's be on. Yes, the stall is entirely kind of folded up, put away. Aldo has been dealing with that. The youngest. Wow, it has been a while. Merrin, there we are. Merrin taking boxes of stuff, very heavy for a 13-year-old kid, shoving them back onto the cart, clicking the normally opaque covering back to transparent while they organise stuff, then back to opaque, so they can travel without worry of someone kind of spotting something they want to see. Rhodes gets the Calyptor happy, saddles them up. Well, doesn't saddle them up, bridles them up, connects them to caravans, checks the weather gems, just tick, 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 tick. I don't believe it. And gets up on the front. And if you've got nothing else to do at the top here, you are off.
I'm
Hi,
just gonna.
pretty.
I'm just gonna talk to Trenton, if I may. Trenton, the ciphers that went rusty quicker. I know you were thinking of fingerprinting. Do we think it's just within our group, or do you think it's other caravans?
If it's within other caravans, and I don't think we have anything to worry about. And also, I don't think we'd be able to fingerprint everybody in all the other caravans. I think we can mainly concentrate on people within our group for now.
I'll leave you to deal with it and see. And then I'm going to go and talk to Connie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is she actually woken up yet, or is she still asleep?
Oh yeah, she woke up. Philo also did breakfast for you all, of course.
Obviously, of course.
Doesn't need to be said even.
So, my lady, I was wondering if you would consider accompanying us for a little bit longer. We're planning to sort of cross over to the other side of the town, so to speak, and sort of wander through the doors. And I was hoping you might be able to give us maybe a tour, or maybe some sort of help and understanding with the doors.
You're not coming back over the bridge?
That wasn't our plan. Not us. I mean, I can happily get one of the other guys in the caravan to accompany you across, but I know you did say that there's another way into town that's not crossing the bridge.
Yes, yeah. It's all the way down on the other side. I can. I would like you to make a persuasion kind of roll for me. Difficulty 3.
Is this a social interaction?
It is indeed.
Is it a pleasant social interaction?
I wouldn't call it particularly unpleasant.
Oh, not particularly. Oh, okay. So I am specialised then in pleasant social interactions.
Difficulty 1.
So that's a 1.
3
I might just roll. I'm gonna be.
You've got this. You've got this.
I
Watch
believe
the
in
one
you.
come up. Here we go. It's a 10.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, there's a moment, and then she sets her face. Are we going through it all?
Well, maybe if you can help me identify it.
Grin spreads across her face. Yeah, I can do that. I can, yeah.
Excellent. Why don't you put that rather weighty rucksack on one of the carts, and it'll be safe there. Don't worry.
I can carry.
And yes, but you need your energy for doors.
Okay.
Trust me. I've ventured a little bit now. You need to retain as much energy as you can.
Okay. I'd be pretty silly if I didn't take the advice of a proper adventurer like you. Yeah, backpack off, shoved on the back of the cart. Alia kind of gives a gentle smile to you all and shows Connie a drawing she did of her kind of curled up in her sleeping bag.
Oh.
And they begin chatting back and forth as you head back down the side of this pillar into the crags below. The sun kind of spilling through in shafts, sometimes directly on you, and then other times as you're weaving through, quite cool and shady. Takes the better part of the day to get down and to the other side of Rashid. And you can see, as you kind of get to the other side, a few people kind of coming up and down the very thin switchback path on the side of this orange rock that Rashid is sat on. Doesn't look like much they can carry up there easily, but you see the workers going back up and down there, almost ant-like from your vantage point, kind of spotting them through cracks in the mesa. Onwards you go. These doors everywhere. They're pretty common this close to Rashid. They're all over the place. I would like for whoever is keeping an eye out to give me an intellect roll.
We know what we're looking for, then probably all of us will probably keep an eye out.
Some of
Is
you
that right?
know well, one of you should know exactly what you're looking for, and they will get some assets. The rest of you will just have to do the roll normally. So who has that whisper currently? Who has adjustment is key?
Do I have adjustment as key from last time, or would I have given it back to Mazia?
No, I've got adjustment as key.
Have you got
You've
adjustment
got-
as key?
You've got nim checks and you still.
I've got nim checks. Yeah, I've nim checks and I've got golden. Right. Yeah.
Sorry, Mazia, I stole it off you.
No,
well,
no, she would have happily given it to you.
to be fair, a child stole it off me first, but
Oh.
okay. So intellect. What sort of difficulty are we looking at?
We're looking at if you have the whisper, difficulty 4. If you don't, a difficulty 6.
Can I look out for it anyway
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
visual perception?
Yeah, difficulty 6. You've had it kind of described to you in vague terms.
So if I'm skilled in perception, does that mean give me a 5?
Yep, difficulty 5. 15 or
Well, 15. Yeah.
That is
15.
a natural 20.
Wow.
Wow.
Very nice. First roll in my new flat. It's clearly lucky.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
never rolling anything again.
Yay.
That's it. And then I can say
Goodbye.
every dice roll I've ever rolled in it has been a natural 20.
I'm going to put 2 effort in, so I'm down to level 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's a natural 22.
Oh,
Damn.
we apparently if fate was like you are finding this door. This is the
You
right
see the
door.
front of the door.
Big arrows. This is the door you're
Yeah.
looking for.
You spot it pretty quickly. The sun is setting by this point. It's been a kind of a full day. You stopped for lunch, and Alia and Merrin kind of played catch with Connie, who seems very happy to have some new friends. You get the feeling she's a little starved for people. So yeah, you stop for lunch, but in the evening, with the kind of rays of sun coming in at strange angles, lighting up different bits of the mesa, there is one door right near the top of one of these pillars, a good 100 meters up.
As soon as Mazia spots it, she's gonna sort of head to Cleave as she knows that is where the current, that's who has it, and she'll sort of just nod to it and she'll be like, is that it? Do you see that?
Yeah. I mean, that feels right, doesn't it? Does it feel right to you?
Perfect.
I think
Just-
so.
Just
You know.
seems. It's like, yes, it must
we go
be.
now?
It must.
We going now? Now? Let's go.
Well.
Yep.
What time of day did you say it was?
Evening.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's go.
Well, okay. Let's get prepared. Maybe let's get prepared. Let's take a tent. Let's go up and see what we're dealing with. We can always come back down and sleep and then work out a plan for tomorrow, maybe.
You said we can always come back down, and she's like,
Yeah, I
don't
saw the
understand.
face.
What?
Yes.
she'll Azil will sort of scamper off to tell Trenton and Letty. And when she sees Letty, is there anything wrong with her eye? Like, Azil's just because she wants to just have a quick, just a quick glance, just to check.
Give me a kind of perception roll, something like that.
Yep, I
How many
have.
assets you've got?
I'm trained in visual perception and looking for Numenera. If this is, I'm not sure if that's what this is, but
You are not sure. I will apply it as it needs to be applied.
that's 15.
15, did you say?
Yes.
You look, and corner of the eye, it's there, and then you blink and it's gone. Could have been a trick of the light, but you're pretty confident in your own eyes.
Yeah, she won't say anything, but she'll make a mental note to be forgotten, of course, but mental note has been made at the moment. But she is, there's an exciting door. She wants to go through the door, and that is probably at the moment the priority. So she's just gonna let them know that we think we found possibly the right place to be. We're pretty sure that is the right place where we want to be. And
nice.
we're gonna go now. Just, have a look.
Sure.
Go.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yep, just let me lumber up a bit.
The caravan is still rolling, by the way. You've only told, your group. You're just going to jump off the end of the caravan and go up.
Well, whoever's, if I'm near the front somewhere, then I will, I'll quite quietly say to Meredith. Meredith. Matilda, thanks. Meredith, Matilda. I think we found a door we want to look for. Can we just hop off for a little bit? It is getting close to dark, and maybe it's a good place to camp.
Sure. Are you gonna go in tonight, kind of overnight, or are you gonna do it in the morning?
We're gonna have a look tonight, now, and see what it looks like, and then if it looks safe, it could be a quick in and out, and on our way in the morning.
And we've only lost an hour out of a day.
Exactly. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Shouts to the front, "Roads, stop it!" And the herdsman brings the caravan to a slow and then a stop as these huge beasts kind of slow down, looking back and forth at each other.
I was wondering if I could either purchase or hire a few things that I've used up from my Explorer's pack. Some pitons, perhaps, some rope, and maybe a few more rations, just in case.
Time to do this would have probably been with all the other traders, but I might have something. We'll see.
Thank you very much.
She goes and gets the manifest from George, and picks out a few pieces, and with Aldo manages to get them out and say, "You're an employee, just use them."
I'll bring them back, good as new. Or, hey, great. Stock myself up, get myself ready, get my hat on with the feather in it, and ready for action.
Absolutely.
Letty's doing jumping jacks, and they're very confusing to look at because she's manipulating gravity while she does it.
Cleege's gonna go and get Connie.
Connie, you find her staring at the underneath of the caravans where these floating plates are, as Rhodes is going around disabling them all, and all the caravan the wagons are just back onto their wheels. She's just really entranced by them.
It's amazing technology, isn't it? Oh, sorry. Just it is wonderful though what they can do. Um, we think we found a door we'd like to go through. So we're thinking we'd go and have a look this evening, if that's okay. If it's a quick in and out overnight, otherwise we'll come back down, sleep, and then deal with it tomorrow.
Wonderful. Yes, wonderful. Which door?
I'll indicate to the one up by the pillar.
Oh, the one at the top.
Yeah, it might take a bit of a climb, but don't worry, we'll get you up there.
You came down a cliff before, didn't you? You told me you did that.
Yeah.
Going up can't be that much harder than coming down, right?
No, and I'm sure
Going
we'll
up
find...
is easier. Coming down's the scary part. Gravity's on your side, Ben.
I'm sure we can find
Lizzie, I
some
think she's
assistance
helping.
to help you up. Shall we get your rucksack?
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't this take the whole thing?
Let's take the whole thing.
Heavy. It's really heavy.
She's doing the maths. What would I need from the rucksack, hypothetically speaking, if I wasn't to bring it all?
Well, it's always good to have some rope, some pitons, some rations, some water,
Change your socks.
socks.
Rope.
Yeah, I did rope. It's
More
good
rope.
to have any tools or weapons or anything that you might have.
It's mostly handbooks.
You won't need those.
No.
Any specific types of handbooks or just general how?
Edible fungus. I've got one on identifying animals. I've got an atlas, illustrated atlas. It's
Interesting.
Those are actually pretty handy now. I'm thinking about it.
I'm thinking,
I
why
could've done with some of
don't
those.
we have any of these things? Why is a child a better adventurer than we are?
she's a late teenager. She's not quite a child.
Those books sound very useful indeed. You are indeed a thoroughly prepared adventurer. I think bring those. Anything else that you think, like I say, a weapon or a tool? Have you got a knife or anything?
I've got a few bits and I've got some knives. Mostly
Bring
I
all
just
your
swiped
knives.
stuff from the kitchen.
A knife is a knife. Sharp edge, it will do.
Yep. So
Okay, and anything else you think you might need? Anything that will make you feel comfortable? Definitely the rope and the handbooks.
she empties a lot of crap out of her rucksack. These, you know, the person who went camping once and brings everything to the second camp because they know what they need to bring now. She's got it all, like instant campfire stuff. She's carrying around fuel for a campfire for some reason in her bag. These books, these bits and pieces. Yeah, it's too much. But yeah, she whittles it down to like an explorer's pack, basically, the bare essentials.
Excellent then. Are we all ready?
Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
And
I'm
strangely
ready
ready for a
to go.
strenuous climb.
Climbing? Who's going to do that?
Suckers.
So you're just going the classical like pitons rope up, trying to.
Well,
Is there a path? Is there a path or stairs? Can I look for a path? How big is this pillar? Is this pillar like you can walk around it in 5-10 minutes, or
Yeah,
you can
it's
walk around it
that
in
kind of 5-10 minutes.
Let's do a once around then and see if there's any easy paths, easy routes.
Nothing super easy, but if you want to take some time to kind of plan out a route before you go up, that might help.
That
planning.
sounds too smart for us.
Oh, I would absolutely plan it meticulously. You go up your way. I will spend like a good 10, 15 minutes working out the route.
Letty, are you able just to get up there?
Yeah. How high is it?
It's about 100 meters.
So yeah, that's an easy wander for someone who can float. Yeah. Letty's already sort of walking around on the surface of the tower at the base, sort of like having a look at the rock. Connie's probably like, what?
Why don't you like pop up? Just get the lie of the land. Don't do anything. Just just make sure it's safe. Just let us know if there's any pitfalls or broken rock or anything.
Well, there's one rather long pitfall, but apart from that, I'll have a look. I can't get in without the passcode, I guess. So I'll just have a look around. Trenton, let me know if there's anything you want me to have a look at.
Will do. Still planning.
So yeah, Trenton, you give me a planning roll. I will see how many assets that gives you depending on your roll. And yeah, Letty, also give me another one. You get an asset on it.
Okay.
17, blimey. Yeah, looking from below. You've got a pretty good idea.
Just the handholds that I can get, or
good handholds, good solid places to knock your pittons into.
Amazing.
And a 16 for Letty.
And a 16 for Letty. So yeah, you're definitely getting a 3 assets, I think, between you.
We have learnt how to climb things, I think.
You have learned how to climb things. Planning helps. So yeah, you've got a pretty solid route. It's a little circuitous. You kind of start at the back and come round, but there's a bit of a ridge which might give you a bit better feet positioning. Yeah, I think that'll be doable. Who's being the lead climber?
I suspect that might be me.
Okay.
And I might, unless anyone else wants to, I might have our wee little friend with us as someone who has climbed. She is the most experienced climber, so she probably would have tied, the liability to herself. Particularly now that we haven't got Philo with us, because climbing with a sort of penguin flippant thing is, we have learned.
It depends how you're doing this. If you're going up all at once, yes. If one person's going up and setting up the rope, you can go up by yourself and do it.
Could we not just get? Could I do that with Letty? That she goes sort of floating and sort of guiding, and then I
could definitely give you an asset with that, can I? Or have I already done that? Float by doing my
research. That was the planning for the route. You can give an asset to actually setting up the route if you want to set up the route and then climb it.
I think that would be sensible.
Okay, absolutely. So
this is very uncharacteristic for us.
Yeah, it's like a proper climbing expedition.
We're like proper adventurers for Connie. Oh my god!
I know. Yeah, she is. She's taking notes, is what she's doing. She is watching how you work, and yeah. There are a few moments where she writes something down, and you're all talking about your plan, and then you realise, no, hang on, we've got somebody who could walk on walls. Let's just do that.
Step 1: find someone who doesn't need gravity.
Befriend Spider-Man.
So yeah, let's get a roll from Mazia. Let's get that going.
All right, that is a 9.
Absolutely. So what kind of skills have you got that would be useful here?
That would be good. I don't think I have any. Oh no, I've got dexterity now, don't I?
You do.
So that one, I suppose.
Oh,
I think that's probably all I can apply to this, unless
with that and with your route and with the asset from Letty. Yeah, this is
It's fine.
This is child's play. You've done much more complicated things in much more stressful circumstances. But you can take your time. Even if the light's failing a little bit, there's still enough to get your pitons in. And it looks like a pretty solid route up. You've even got a couple of pitons in now and there for footholds.
Nice. There's probably a bit that she'll definitely find somewhere that she does feel like fairly comfortable, and she'll just sort of like hang off it a little bit and just sort of dangle down and shout down, "See, this is fine."
Yeah, Connie is just watching wide-eyed, and occasionally just kind of psyching herself up to. Yeah, I've climbed up things before. It's just the same as climbing up on like 10 feet up. It's no different.
It's just 10 feet and then another 10 feet and then another 10 feet.
Yeah, it's no different.
10 feet.
It's no different. Right. So, everyone who is going to climb up, would you please give me a strength roll? We're at difficulty 3 because of all your preparations.
Do I still need to do that?
Nope, you are up there.
Excellent.
I'm going to put a level of effort in, so you don't want to fall off.
Letty, of course, strolls up.
Letty is lying on the wall, to all intents and purposes upside down.
I rolled a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Difficulty 3. 9 is exactly what you need.
I did put a level of effort in as well. So.
Wonderful.
I'm going to put 2 levels of effort in.
Okay.
Don't know why. It's a 9.
It's a 9. Wonderful. Yeah, so it is a reasonably easy climb. Much easier than your way down. There's no high winds. There's a breeze going through, but it's not too bad. You've got it set up nicely. You've got a rope already there. You're tied to each other. You've got like double safeties on the rope. You've got this. And so eventually you find yourselves, all 4 of you, hanging in front of this door. Connie has followed you up, and with your help, obviously, has quite safely made it up to this door. She's looking dead ahead all times. And so, in front of this door, this white stone door, stark against the dusty red of the rock, the sun is pretty much just below the horizon now. Stars starting to come out, and you can see the moon with its green stripe has been up in the sky for a little while, but it's now glowing.
Is there a ledge where this door is, or is it just completely flat to the pillar? Flush to the pillar?
There's a little bit of a ledge, not enough to stand on without a rope or something.
Okay.
So you can kind of put your feet, brace against it.
All right. So I'd like to look at the door, please.
Absolutely.
Just looking for any sort of mechanism, anything that might tell me what I do with my whisper to open it, anything like that.
Yeah. Give me a understanding Numenera roll.
Ooh. Will perception help at all?
No.
Okay.
But I'm glad you can help with
pretty
this.
much featureless. Yes, you can help, and
I'm glad
Connie
you said that.
is also helping because that's why you brought her here. She's
I'm glad we didn't talk ourselves into an escort mission for nothing.
Yes, you. She explains how she thinks it's worked from like reports, but it only needs to be opened once, as far as I know, and then you just need to. Then the whisper isn't a whisper anymore; it's just actual words, and then you can share the words, and then it's like a password. I think you need to like give the whisper to the door, but I'm not entirely sure how that works. So give me that roll.
Do I have a difficulty?
Yes, you would have a difficulty. So trying to understand this door is a difficulty 6.
All right, so I get an asset from Connie.
Yep.
I get an asset from Trenton.
Yep.
So that's down to
Difficulty
4.
4.
And then if I put 2 effort in?
Yep. And do you have an understanding Numenera skill?
No, I've got crafting.
So yeah, difficulty 2.
Okay. So intellect, 2 efforts. Okay. Come on then, you. 16.
6.
Nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any obvious kind of listening areas, but there's a presence to it. Like it's paying attention, which is a very weird thing to say of a stone door. But it's definitely got its attention on you. You're standing in the center, closest to the door.
So I guess. Oh, what did I do with my card? I'm just going to think the word adjustment and just focus on that word.
Focusing on the word doesn't seem to do anything.
Maybe just say it out loud.
Okay. Adjustment.
How are you saying it? Are you just saying it normally out loud? Just as it...
Maybe whisper it. You know, they're called whispers, aren't they? Whisper it to the door.
Well, thing is, you've now said it out loud, so I think now Mazia has it.
Ah,
It's gone.
Yep.
does the door do anything?
No, Mazia has the whisper, and you've worked out before, I believe.
I did, yes.
Yeah, so you understand it.
Can I go up to the door and I am going to whisper it very quietly to the door? And I feel like a normal person would feel silly doing this. I don't think she does, you know. Like, for whatever reason, you know, this is, you know, sometimes things work, sometimes things don't work. Sometimes you just gotta try weird things. It's just part of the thing. She's gonna whisper to a door.
Absolutely.
Adjustment.
Would you like to take 2 experience points?
I'd love to, Ed, more than anything.
And the door moves. First of all, who's that second experience point going to?
That is going to be to my new partner in crime and co-conspirator. So I'll give them to Letty.
Thank you.
As yes, the door moves. It doesn't slide. It just changes.
I have a skill in sensing danger. Do I get any bad vibes from this door?
Yes, because when the door changes, you slip through, and something that was leaning against it slips out. Speed defense. As
Interesting.
this solid slab of metal just kind of falls out of the door, down below.
I am trained in speed defense, and that is an 11.
11. So yeah, you get out of the way, and the thing crashes down to the ground. Luckily, everyone down there managed to get out the way, but it did land on the campfire.
No.
Some of Philo's pots are maybe a little flat now.
Stew
This-
everywhere.
Well, now we'll have pancakes. It's fine.
Solid metal slab.
Always
Solid
look on the
metal
bright
slab.
side.
About 6 inches thick, it looked like. The same size as the door.
Wow.
And Connie just says, I didn't expect that. I'm sorry.
No, neither did I, but that's part
Neither.
of the fun.
The door, by the way, looks the same, but when it changed, you could definitely tell it isn't solid anymore, and you put a hand to it and it goes through.
I am. Do I get any bad vibes if I sort of just put my hand through it? Do I get any bad vibes?
You can give me a roll for it. It's warm.
Oh,
Like the night is cooling off here, but in there it's quite
that is
warm.
another 11.
Another 11. It doesn't. No, it doesn't seem to be anything.
Great, I'm going to walk through.
Absolutely. We're at 9:30.
Oh, no.
It is time for a break.
Meanie.
I know.
You are me.
We will be back after the break to see what is behind this no longer stone door. See you in 10.
See you soon.
and welcome back. Last we left off, you were going through the door.
I went through the door. Of course I went through the door.
Your hand is warm as you put that through first, and then your face goes through the door following, and it's hit with a kind of warm breeze, this very humid air. And beyond is green. It is green as far as the eye can see. Miles and miles of pasture. Grass, interestingly. Areas cropped short. And you can see far, far in the distance some animals on some hills. And right by you, a metallic pillar. This silvery metal with what looks like a few buttons on the top.
I will immediately stick my head back out and just say, not dead. Seems nice. Come on in. Would I know from, just like sort of the general layout of the rest of like other civilization, have I got any idea how valuable this might be if it's pastoral land?
It is a lot of land which is capable of growing grass in a mesa.
Very valuable.
You think you've got it. I think you've hit the jackpot here.
If it's safe. If we don't die.
There's always a thing.
It'd be fine. But yeah, I'll step out the way and sort of just to one side of it, just to make sure that there's room for everyone else to sort of come on in if they'd like to.
Yeah.
There's tons of room, isn't there? So.
Oh yeah. When you step
miles.
in, room to stretch your legs, move, untie yourself from the ropes dangling outside, kind of hammer them into the ground inside so you can grab them while you still see them.
You said that was a metal pillar. How far away is the metal pillar?
5 or 6 paces from the door. Definitely kind of designed to be by the door.
Would like to go and see if it says anything.
Doesn't say anything. It is just some buttons on top of a pillar. Not even a kind of indicator lights, just buttons.
How tall is this pillar?
It's about waist height.
Oh.
It's...
Trenton, what do you think that is? Don't touch anything, Mazia.
How many buttons are there?
5 or 6.
Okay. They're all the same shape?
Yep. All the same shape, all the same size.
Can you talk to it or whatever you do?
I could. I can try. So I will. I'll do my usual thing, and I'll beep beep. I'll scan it,
Absolutely.
and I'll see if it's regular earthly metal or if it's crazy and unknown material, and if I can figure out if there's any electronics or Numenera that I can work out for its purpose.
Yeah, it's some kind of steel. Definitely earth-made. You can see that it's connected to lots of things. There's wires going down and under the ground, kind of splaying out, going to lots of different places. See, each of the buttons, there's something that like the buttons are controlling, and then that seems to send it out to all of the wires. So it's definitely some kind of control.
Oh, okay. So it looks like, so I could make a guess that every single button does something different, but whatever it does to everything in this land. So it'd be like rain, sunshine, dark, sheep bleat,
Maybe.
something like that.
Sheep.
Wait, this is a soundboard. This is what
Could be, who knows? I'm not sure, but I guess it's some kind of environmental control for whatever this place is. Should we try something?
Absolutely.
Just before we do, let's maybe just get a lie of the land before we start pressing buttons. So,
Okay.
You want me to have a look for nearby stuff? I can get a good vantage point.
That sounds a great idea.
Letty kicks off and falls directly up.
Yeah.
She's not so much that she kicks off as like she just suddenly goes. As if she's fallen off a cliff or something.
Yeah. As you get up, looking to the open sky above you, it suddenly isn't open sky. You've gone through the open sky, and now there's the rock above you. It's definitely fully enclosed, this place. It looks like night, but it is a fully enclosed cave.
Do they see me disappear?
Yeah. Letty just kind of goes through the sky. It's a bit confusing.
We're going to
I
have
was
to
not
start putting a
expecting that.
rope on her ankle.
She dips her head back through.
What's up there? Come back.
Rock.
Oh. So we actually start in a cave. In the pillar.
How thick do you think the sky is? Like, how high are you?
You're maybe 15 meters up. So there's a fair amount of headroom, and then there's about a meter between the sky and the rock. And as you look around, you can see the things which are projecting the sky down. It looks very realistic from the bottom.
There's about a meter headroom down here, up here, with some projectors that are making the sky. We're in some sort of large cave.
Okay. And how far, like, give me an idea of dimensions, width, length as well then, please.
There is a mist which actually obscures how wide and long it is, but it's at least a good half a mile. The humidity in the air is kind of precipitating out. Well, that's not the right term. I haven't done chemistry in a very long time. It is humid and there is mist.
Humid and mist. And you said there were animals? How far away are the animals?
Yes, the animals are kind of distant. They're kind of at the edge of where the mist starts to get difficult to see through. Or they were. They're getting closer. A herd of them. Four-legged.
Bonnie, you got that encyclopedia handy?
I didn't bring it.
Fair.
It was heavy.
Don't worry about it. So come back down.
Sorry. Yes. Can I sort of start moving towards the animals, trying to get a good sort of look at them, if I could?
Yeah, absolutely.
Please?
Easy enough to do as you move forward and they start moving to inspect. They look feline.
Ooh.
They're pointed ears with kind of tails of fur, almost like dangling off them. They're probably about chest height on the average person. So pretty big.
Do they look like predators?
Weirdly, no. You'd expect a feline thing to look like a predator, but these are moving like pack animals, not pack animals, like herd animals. They're moving kind of as one thing. They're not being cautious, and you can see a few. They're grazing
On the grass?
on the grass.
I'm gonna pick up some of the grass and hold it out to them. See what happens.
It steps forward and kind of sniffs all around your hand, snuffling away, and then a very rough tongue licks up the grass.
So they are real.
They are real, and there's quite a few of them now, like maybe 24 surrounding you.
Now, help me think this through. We're definitely not where we were. These are herd animals. Has anybody seen anything like these animals before?
No.
No.
This is new.
Okay, so we're thinking we're somewhere else.
Yeah, probably.
Which would suggest that somebody owns this?
Do you think there's somebody who uses the animals for meat as they're traveling through the mesa?
Coming through the mist in the distance is another four-legged creature. Tall. Very tall. Long legs. Long neck. Lumbering forward.
Do the feline creatures react in any way?
A few of them kind of look back and return to you. You're the interesting thing. It's grey, glinting.
Does it give us any bad vibes?
That's a hard question to answer. There is a huge, tall, grey, glinting thing lumbering towards you. You've got to tell me if that feels like bad vibes.
Okay, Letty gets bad vibes.
Cleave is just going to walk forward and sort of go, sort of look at it, try and like see what it is, like perceive its shape and what its intentions might be, if you can perceive that.
It'll be hard for you because as it gets closer, you can see that it's metal. It is made of the same metal as the stand at the front. This smooth, polished thing. It's got a couple of curved horns at the top and spikes on its back. If you happen to have the stream up, I have put an image of what you see.
Oh, wow.
There.
Oh, okay, that's how I wasn't picturing it. Okay.
Is it moving towards us or towards the herd?
You and the herd.
Oh, okay, right.
And there's a second. With a few of these cats around it. Coming from your left.
I'm going to sort of start stepping backwards towards the others. Not turning as such, but just literally stepping back.
These might just be the farmers, if this is a farm.
Yes, but they're metal.
Or the sheepdogs.
Yes, but they're spiky.
Well, they might be sheepdogs that keep away the wolves.
We might be the wolves.
Hmm.
I'm a wolf.
I'm not.
Nobody was accusing you of being a wolf.
Let's
Talk about this later.
Let's maybe step to a place where the wall is behind us, maybe.
Or back towards the door, maybe, so we can nip out if we need to.
Yes. Let's just see what they want, but let's be cautious.
You move.
Yeah, are they continuing to approach us as we move back to the door?
Yes. You move back to the wall and the door, and they get closer. The cats seem to lose interest in you, and return to kind of surround the herding thing, presumably. They seem very comfortable with it.
Okay.
It gets to about, I don't know, 50 meters or so away from you, and then starts screeching this horrible metallic sound, like scraping metal against metal. Doesn't seem to be reacting in any way, but the cats scatter. They go back and run into the mist. The one to your left also starts making this horrible sound.
Can I try? Is it in terms of range? Is it short range, medium range?
So it is definitely kind of beyond long range.
It is beyond long range.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is keeping its distance. And it's not a pleasant sound, but that's all it is, just a sound.
Are there any of the buttons lighting up or anything on the platform?
No.
The plinth.
This is very unusual.
I want to approach the nearest one.
Okay.
I will. No, I'm not even going to take out my dart thrower. This is not going to do anything. I will. Yeah, I'm going to approach it. With interest, I think. So not cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to approach the nearest one until I'm at about short range, whatever that would be. If it doesn't do anything before that, I am going to get ready to absolutely run as fast as I can backwards. Not literally backwards, but turn around and run back to the door.
When you get to about long range with it, its neck kind of bristles mechanically, like the hair standing up on the back of your neck, but a mechanical version of that. It lowers its head and kind of takes a wider stance.
Okay, let's get a stop. And this is about long range now.
Yeah.
I can't do anything at long range. Okay. I shout back. I think we should press a button until we figure out one of those buttons must deactivate this thing.
Zia, go for it.
Mazia has been encouraged to press an unknown button. Mazia is, as soon as sort of she heard Trenton was like, we should probably press a button. You see her eyes like flick to Cleege, and then she just quickly goes, she presses a button.
You're going to take a couple of experience points, if you wish.
I'd love to, Ed. I'd love to have more experience points.
One to somebody else, please.
And these will go to our bold adventurer, Trenton.
Yay.
As the thing shorts and shocks you.
No.
2 damage to your might ignoring armor. A
I was wearing any.
significant shock
Oops.
kind of shorts out as you press a button. This thing has been broken.
I think it's broken.
Now that I can do something about. Sorry I didn't pick up on that. All right. I will back away from the machine, knowing that if I get closer, it's probably going to charge. That's kind of what I'm going to assume. I'm just going to slowly back away, keep on facing towards it, back, hands up.
It doesn't change its stance as you back off.
Okay.
Screeching, horrible metal sound still going on.
I might
you can
plug
see
my ears up with something.
the one to your left has now also moved into that stance.
I think we broke him.
They don't seem very friendly.
Well, presumably they're programmed. I mean, they're not organic, are they?
No, they're definitely mechanical, and I guess programmed to protect the herd from, as Letty suggested, us, and as you suggested, we're the wolves. It doesn't look like they're going to do anything unless we approach, but we should get ready to leave, just in case, or take them on. But I don't see how that would benefit us. We don't need anything from in here at the moment.
Connie is sat cross-legged by the door, tying herself back up.
She's getting ready to go. Okay, I'm going to try and fix this, this plinth, this pillar. I'll take my tool belt off and lay the tools down. I'm going to try and find a panel, get into it, and try and fix it.
Yeah. No roll needed because of your skills to figure out that it can't be fixed here. You take off the back panel and you see that the wires have kind of burned out and shorted and easily replaced with your bits and pieces. But whatever shorted it has broken up like the whole system. So there is a source somewhere which sent the shock down one of these wires. I will take a roll to see if you can figure out which one of these wires it is.
17. I'm rolling quite well today.
Oh yeah, easy for you to figure out. The pattern of burnout on the wires shows you exactly which one it is. And yeah, it goes way into the distance. Unfortunately, left.
So past the thing that's in the stance.
Yes.
All right.
Looks like. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I'll share this information with everybody.
Looks like we might need bait to keep them out of the way.
There's no way to talk about Connie.
No, I'm talking about me.
Oh!
Unless you.
I mean, well.
we're joking, Connie. We wouldn't do that to you.
It's just a, an adventurous joke.
I'm when you start, it's like part of the
It's like the initiation.
Yeah, no, like friends make fun of each other like that. Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah. It's that's. Have you heard the term banter?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that sort of thing.
Right. So what can I do?
Just stay there a minute. Letty, are you able to go up and over and behind them?
Yes, I was thinking that as the most able to, unless these things have some sort of ranged capability or can jump real high, I seem the most able to sort of lead these large mechanical marvels off, so to speak. But I could go behind if that's easier. I know a bit about Numenera, but I'm not the most handy with fixing it. I'm just quite good at using it.
Well, okay. Well, I suggest you let's see what they do. All I'm thinking is if you go behind, you might be able to encourage one of the cats towards you, and that might encourage them towards you then. But let's see what they do. I mean, there's so many options.
Sure.
I trust you to know what to do.
Yeah, I'll lead a diversion.
Okay. So how are you leading the diversion?
I'm planning on flying I'm sort of flying, drifting towards them and sort of over them, and sort of getting within that long range, and then sort of like getting closer and closer with the idea that I'll sort of scoot directly upwards if they start coming at me, and if my reflexes are good enough.
Okay, so they're kind of both quite far apart. So if you're doing it that way, you're probably gonna have to choose one of them.
Okay. Which one's the most in the way?
One to the left.
Yeah, there's one directly left.
I'll go for the left one.
Okay, yeah. Let's have an intellect roll.
Okay.
These things are a level 3 creature,
Okay.
so not too bad.
Do I have anything for this? Misdirection.
Misdirection.
And
Yeah, I think that applies.
And this is sort of the opposite of stealth, is sort of getting
Yeah,
them
this
to
is
look
definitely
at
not
me.
stealth.
Cool.
So 2, 6 or more.
15.
15. Yeah, so you walk towards it, and as you get in long range, it sets itself, and you step up into the air, and you can see the head tracking you. And as you go higher and higher, it stands up taller and taller. And it doesn't get anywhere near kind of the sky, but it is tall. Like it's quite close to it. But it's full
Sure.
height. But it does seem to be locked on you. Are you going like into the sky, or are you going over kind of under the sky?
I'm going
A
sort of
sentence.
under the sky and sort of I'm going under the skybox, and sort of trying to lead it further to the right towards that other one, I think.
Cool. Okay, yeah, so as you convince it further to the right, it sidesteps. It seems to be keeping itself between you and its herd that you kind of saw a few of earlier.
Right.
It doesn't want to chase you as such.
I get.
Oh, sorry.
No, after you.
Is there anything special about the sort of the animals that it has? Because you said there were some felines sort of particularly surrounding it, or when it approached. Is there anything special about those ones that I can see from this distance?
So they've run off, but as far as you could tell, they were exactly the same as the
Alright.
ones before.
So while Letty is going up, I'm going to start moving towards the left myself. Again, keeping reasonably close to the wall, but just seeing whether Letty's got its like full distraction or not. Whatever the word is, tension.
Yeah, as you move closer to it, it kind of splits the difference. It seems to have attention on Letty, but is definitely noticing you and is preparing to get in your way if you get much closer.
Is the herd in the exact direction of the cable that we're following?
As far as you could tell, pretty much. Yeah, they're scattered in that direction.
In that case, I guess Letty's going to make a bolt for the herd. She can hover at her normal movement speed, so she'll just like run at sort of mid-air, sort of like glide at sort of a running pace.
Okay.
She's not very mighty, is the thing.
So, I'm not going to need any roll because you've already rolled to get its attention on you. And as you nip over it, it swings its head and gallops to follow you, like all 4 legs leaving the floor at one point. It looks very awkward, this long neck kind of counterbalancing it, but it does manage to keep quite a decent speed. Like keeping in front of you, and as it overtakes you, you see that the head lifts up and rotates, so the horns are still pointing at you, even though it's galloping in one direction. But the rest of you just see Letty disappear off into the mist, drawing this thing towards the left.
What's the one on the right doing?
The one on the right hasn't moved.
So let's go, right? Let's go left, right?
Yes. How long do you think you'll need?
I don't know. It depends on what we find when we get there. This is just we're finding the cause of this thing blowing up. At which point we might be able to fix this terminal and then have some control over this environment. Or just be able
Okay.
to press some buttons that work. We don't really know yet.
Mm.
Why it's called
Mizia.
Adventure Con.
Mizia, do you think you and Connie can like keep that one on the right there, like while we go and do stuff over on the left?
Yeah.
Shouldn't need to move, hopefully. It should just stay as long as you stay where you are.
Yeah, I'll be fine. We've got this, right,
Mizia,
Connie?
keep Connie safe. Push her out if you need to.
Yeah, Mizia will nod.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to
So-
go and help Trenton.
Yeah, I'm going to make a dash for it.
Trenton and Cleave are dashing left. Connie and Wazir are staying here, trying to keep the attention of this one in front of you. You can see that the head follows Trenton and Cleave as they go, and it does take a few side steps as it watches them go and moves back, starting to kind of go back into the mist, possibly returning to its herd.
Simply waiting to pounce on us at a later time. Cool.
One or t'other.
Can we see any of the herd at this point?
No, the herd has disappeared into the mist.
Okay.
But if the other thing has gone, then you can join us.
Yeah.
Oh, probably gone. Sorry.
Mizia probably, she wants to see, she wants to poke around a bit more, but she is aware that Connie might not. So she's aware that this isn't Connie's. She's aware that Connie isn't adventurous, so she'll ask Connie, do you want to follow, or would you rather stay here with me? Of course, not on your own.
What's the right decision?
Well, it would probably be safer to stay here. It is possibly more interesting to follow them. There's no right decision. There is definitely a right decision here.
I think Connie will pick up on your eagerness to go. Let's go.
Mizia probably doesn't do subtle well. She's genuinely not trying to influence her. She just isn't used to it and doesn't. She's not used to other people who aren't like her, I suppose. But she won't. It won't be like, oh, are you sure? You want to do this? As soon as she says, "Let's go," she's like, "Great, let's go."
Okay, yeah. She unties herself and follows you as you start jogging in that direction. Trenton and Cleave, jogging in the direction. You can kind of keep up with the giraffe-like herder thing, and you can see Cleave. You can see Letty flying ahead of it as you're following, keeping them just out of the edge of the mist from your perspective. You do see the herd kind of starting to run ahead as this herder is making that horrible noise. Everyone is going in that direction, and the herd is beginning to kind of scatter. Whereas before they were kind of grouping together, they're beginning to scatter a bit into two separate groups. And you can see that the herder is starting to move its head around. And then you spot what you're looking for. In the wall, kind of mined into the stone, is a huge metallic machine with gore holes kind of poked into it.
Okay.
Bits bashed in. It has been thoroughly broken. So yeah, the herder is starting to not quite panic, but is starting to move around and take slightly different route around Letty.
You hear distant shouts of "Ole!"
In your dress, your skirt. I'm going to immediately get to this this box, pry off the front panel, and see if it's repairable.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me that electronic machines roll.
I'm specialised now in electrical machines.
Oh, brilliant.
For some reason, I took
damn.
specialisation in that rather than understanding Numenera, which is originally supposed to be my thing. I've gone in a slightly different tangent. And I rolled 12.
A 12. Yeah,
I'm also skilled in repairing.
Oh. You know what's wrong. What's
Slightly.
wrong is that something's bashed into it several times.
I guess, does it look like it's one of these machines that's run into it?
It seems to match.
Like with the horns, yeah.
Does it look like it's been done on purpose? Is it like, assuming that Mazir and Connie get here, does it look like these have been placed strategically almost, or does it look like something's just sort of like bashed in it and run past it?
It looks.
If there's any way to tell.
I think you'd just be able to tell that these are head-on. Like, it's not accidental scraping by it. These are head-on
Yep.
intentions.
So they've done this on purpose.
The herder, by the
Interesting.
way, has now changed the sound it's making to a soft humming. And the
Much more
herd,
pleasant.
rather than scattering, is now gathering to the herder, which has now stopped. And it is watching Letty, and watching you by the machine, and watching Letty, and watching you by the machine. This is the point where Connie and Mazir turn up.
Is it repairable?
It's repairable.
Is it repairable?
It'll take a bit of time. And it depends what you want to repair about it. Because you can find several different sections of it.
Okay.
It'll be a little more to figure out what these different sections are doing.
I think what I want to do is I want to repair it to the point where the pillar back near the door doesn't give you a shock when you press buttons. That's going to be the first thing I want to do. So repair the short circuit. It's the the electrical generation which is feeding back into the pillar.
Absolutely.
That's going to be number one. And if there's more time, then I will work on the other aspects.
We're going to go into some initiative as you pry off the panel and start to have a go at it. Yes, initiative. Let's get some initiative rolls as I find the music that I've lost. It's somewhere
How do we do
in
initiative again?
You just roll.
Here. Yep, it's just a roll. You try and beat it. If you've got skills in initiative, tell me.
Skills and initiative.
Alright, some of you do.
Are we proper adventurers? Ooh.
Oh, battle music.
Oh, yes.
I got a 10.
A 10?
7 for Letty.
10 for Letty. You are both ahead of it.
Oh, I'm on 7, sorry.
7. You are behind it.
Oh no.
I got a 3.
Well far behind it.
Yup. I am distracted by anything else. You know, there's lots of
You're
stuff.
keeping an eye on
but-
Connie.
Yeah, let's say that.
Wow. Wow. She's doing 16.
16, yeah.
Why do we keep making Mazir babysit people?
It just does. It's such a terrible idea as well. She's a
I
terrible
think she thinks
babysitter.
that at some point she's going to get, like, grasp the whole concept of it.
No.
They're good.
Okay, yeah, Cleave and Trenton, you're up first as this thing starts to lower its head to go for you.
Going for us,
Yes.
not Letty.
Go for Trenton specifically.
Ooh, okay. Well, Can I get my Vered out?
Mm-hmm.
And am I able to step in front of Trenton, please?
So you're kind of using your action to take the attack, as it were.
Yeah, basically put myself in a defensive stance, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna ask for an intellect roll to try and taunt it to attack you rather than to try and go around for Trenton.
Social interactions, charm, secrets, intimidation. No,
None of it applies.
damn it.
It's not a
Talking
very
never
social
works.
thing.
Indy walking towards
Fine.
it, arm outstretched. Hello.
It works
To be
before.
fair.
Juice myself.
All right, I'll put in 2 effort, I think.
Yep, sure.
Okay.
So these things
Yeah.
are difficulty 3, so basically everything is difficulty 3 against them.
Oh,
so.
okay. Oh, well. 15.
So yes, this thing levels its head and takes a couple of side steps, but you follow it round. And it starts to move. Trenton, you can hear it starting to build up speed.
Is this an unintelligent machine?
Yes.
I'm going to charm machine.
Oh.
And I'm going to, generally use the little pads that I have to transmit the frequencies that and I vary the frequencies until I get the feedback that tells me that I'm on the right feedback, right frequency for this machine, and just basically try and convince that I'm one of it by electricity.
Okay. So
And
what are
charm
your-
machine is 2. I spend 2 intelligence points, and I convince an unintelligent machine to like me. A machine that likes you is 50% less likely to function if function would cause you harm. So
Okay.
50% chance it won't hurt me. And that's my action.
Okay. Okay.
There's only a 50% chance of it doing that, though.
So, currently, it is not functioning.
Okay.
You can still do that, and it will do that when it starts functioning.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not going to actively try to do anything at the moment, basically.
Okay. It doesn't say how long that lasts for, so.
Oh yeah, no, the machine is just your friend currently.
Yeah, exactly.
When it starts up again.
Just vaguely charmed by me.
Yes. I will take, however, a intellect roll with all of your nonsense skills. You've got lots of them.
That's only a 6 this time.
Okay. It isn't one machine. It is several machines
Okay.
installed in the same place.
Okay.
And
Good to know.
only 2 of them have been attacked.
Okay. Right.
So, yes, it is the herder's turn, and the herder will charge at Cleave. So, Cleave, make your speed defense as it lowers its head, those wicked sharp horns pointing towards you, and gallops, getting closer and closer.
So can I put an edge into my speed defense? I
You
can't,
put an
can I
effort.
just have to roll? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, an effort, that's
Yeah,
what I mean.
you can spend effort to do that.
Okay, I'll put in 1 effort. Roll, I guess. 13.
13. Okay, yeah, so you jump out of the way, kind of parrying its head off with your Verid, moving it to the side as it starts to loop around for another one. It keeps its momentum, but you've managed to kind of push it off to the side, keeping it from Trenton for a round. Letty.
Thanks.
Letty and Mazia, sorry, you are kind of acting at the same sort of time.
Mhm.
It's now pretty much ignoring you. It seems to think that Trenton is the greater threat.
Okay,
Excellent.
that's nice. I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna sort of like concentrate. I'm gonna whisper a few words to myself. A little nexus of blue energy sort of contorts around my fingers and then plays in the air in front of Trenton, and then another sort of very stressed area of space-time sort of becomes a scintillating barrier in front of Trenton. I'm going to spend a level of effort to make that a level 3. Sorry, I'm going to spend 2 levels of effort to make this a level 4 barrier.
A level 4 barrier, very nice.
So that's I've got 3 edge. That means I spend 2.
You got 3 edge, yeah, you spent 2 on 2 levels of effort.
Okay, cool.
That's quite a visible barrier, isn't it? So I know it's there.
Yeah, it's extremely visible.
Is it the same one you took the kid out with? Is it the same type of
Yes,
thing?
it is the same
Okay.
one I took out the child with.
Can you see through it? Is it an opaque
No.
barrier? Okay.
It is opaque, which is why, it doesn't have to be shiny, but you create an opaque stationary barrier of solid energy within immediate range. It's 10 foot by 10 foot and of negligible thickness.
Okay.
It lasts for 10 minutes, and it can be placed anywhere it fits, whether against a solid object or floating in the air. Each level of effort you apply strengthens the barrier by 1 level. So yeah,
Nice.
I think I can just do this, can I?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You spend your effort, you raise that barrier. So yeah, you described it, this scintillating, completely opaque barrier as the thing is wheeling around, and it's now turning its head to look at the targets it seems to have lost. Very nice. Mazia.
Cool.
And by extension, Connie.
Yes, so Mazia is first, she's going to move into a sort of position and take Connie with her. Are we against like a wall or like a...
Yeah, you've got the wall.
Yeah, so she's going to make sure that there's the wall and then Connie and then her.
Okay.
Connie is a child and, Mazia has some idea that children are perhaps not as competent as adults, and she doesn't trust Connie to not just like faint or something. But then can she spend her action taking a look to see, making sure that the other herder isn't coming out? Can she hear it or see it, or just hear in general where the pack might be, if not?
Yeah, give me that perception roll.
Right, and I am trained in perception, but that's a natural 1.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I know. Connie's had an idea,
Ah, Connie.
No.
and you've got your eyes on the horizon. Connie slips out from behind you without you noticing, and goes towards the cats with a knife.
I can already tell you that is a terrible idea.
Oh, Connie.
Who gave this kid a weapon?
Who suggested that this kid bring a knife?
Told us she was good bait.
Cleave.
Yes.
Cleave and Trenton, you're up.
Okay, so now the barrier's in front of me as well, presumably.
You can put yourself behind the barrier or in front of the barrier, up to you.
I'll be behind it to start, I think. Trenton, how long are you going to need?
Not sure. Maybe 5 minutes.
With your rolls, you can fix one of these machines at once, basically.
Oh, okay.
There's a certain order you need to fix them in, and you know that order. So
Okay.
you think maybe 3 turns.
Okay. Roughly
Okay.
3 turns.
3 turns to get all of those machines working.
Oh, all right. Best as I can, and I have. So for my turn, without interrupting you, that's what I'm doing for the rest of this combat. It's just concentrating on that.
Okay.
And fixing. Those are all my actions.
You know which one you need to do first.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to therefore. I feel that Trenton's protected, so I'm going to step beside the barrier, probably going towards where like Mazir is on that side, if that makes sense, and maintain like a defensive stance. So letting the barrier do the work for Trenton, but keeping an eye on what's happening. Do I see what Connie's doing?
Yes, as you step around from the barrier, like Connie rushes past you towards the cats with a knife. Okay, I've got this.
Connie, no! Come back!
Gonna have to do a roll. We're gonna hinder this by a couple of levels because Connie's had an idea.
This is like that. Me is like, honey, what's that? A knife? No.
Is this a social interaction?
This is a social interaction.
Is it pleasant?
No.
No.
Only one person's having a good time here, and it's Connie.
Connie's not having a good time.
Oh no.
I'm going to spend 1 level of effort, I think, for it as well.
Okay.
So that's an asset and an effort.
Cool. Difficulty 3, 9 or more.
Oh, 6.
6.
Just at 2. Damn it.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, she looks at you. Don't worry, I've got a plan. And keeps heading towards the cats. Trenton, you know which one you need to fix first. So yeah, you are... I was about to say screwing away, but that's definitely not
wires,
the right
replacing wires.
Yes, you're doing all
Exactly
of that
what I'm doing.
to the power source, the thing that was connected to that burnt out the pillar, the thing which is like connected to all of these machines, which has overloaded. You are convincing it to reset, basically flipping fuses, replacing them with like spanners and nails as you need to. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Give me that roll.
And all the time I'm saying, oh, you poor thing, how could anyone shoot someone
I
like
think
you?
with all of your
this
skills,
bad?
it's a difficulty 1.
Okay, so I rolled a 5. So.
Yeah, you know exactly what you're doing. You've done plenty of stuff like this before. The thing behind you is a little distracting, but yeah, focused. Herders. As the one wheels around to come back at the it spots the barrier, is confused for a second. Cleave is still closest to the machine, so goes for Cleave. Cleave, make a speed defense as it charges at you.
Okay, let's do another level of effort and 14.
Oh yeah, again, out of the way. This time it doesn't manage to kind of turn, and you jump out of the way and it just crashes against the barrier. It cannot pierce through it because this is a level 4 barrier. Good shout.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, it crashes against the barrier, kind of crumples in a heap, then pulls itself back up, and it starts to like swing its neck at you. You're moving and parrying for the moment, but it might get a go at you next turn. Letty and Mazir.
I'm going to run after the small child. I know she's not
Okay.
actually a small child, but after this, she's clearly an idiot.
Oh, she's just enthusiastic.
No, she's an idiot. So yeah, I am gonna sprint after her and try and catch her up. And
So you'll be able to catch her up, but you won't have your action to do anything. It'll be your action to catch up.
that's all right. Like, as bad as it is, Mazir does kind of want to know what she's gonna do. So she's not trying to stop her doing it. She's basically just making sure that she's in between. Again, she just wants to put herself in between Connie and any of the long neck guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you charge after her, and Eyes on her, eyes on the herder, eyes on her, eyes on the herder. You see the herder crash into the barrier in front of you, and you run past it.
Yeah.
Cleave kind of dodging out of the way, dodging the swinging neck, and you reach Connie as she takes her knife out and stabs it in the leg of one of the cats.
No!
The cat lets out a cry of pain,
Me back.
and the herder turns its head to Connie.
Of course it does. Ah, Connie, what
She's
are you
good.
doing?
She's good. This is brilliant. This buys us so much time.
Mazia.
Um,
Sorry, you've just done your go.
yeah.
Letty.
Okay. I've just seen that this thing sort of whipped its head around at our tag along.
Yes.
It doesn't say anywhere that I can only have one barrier active at a time.
Does it not?
So, I don't think so. I don't know.
It's like if it doesn't, it should.
The temptation
No, I
is
don't
to keep
think-
putting barriers up. But I'm not sure I will do that. I think she's gonna sort of panic, and she's gonna reach sort of deeper into gravity than she has done before now, and she's gonna use a new ability, which is called Gravity Cleave.
I love it.
Which she gets for being a tier 3 controls gravity. You can harm a target within short range by rapidly increasing gravity's pull on one portion of the target and decreasing it on another, inflicting 6 points of damage. So she's going to try and sort of
Wow.
blast the thing with different fields of up, down, what it's supposed to be, sort of distorting space around it.
Yeah. Give me that intellect roll.
Okie doke.
Difficulty 3
I'm gonna-
because of the herders.
Cool. I'm going to put in 2 levels of effort because I can afford that right now. Bring me down to 11 intellect. And I'm going to roll. That's a 19.
Oh yeah. So, minor effect, or you can do 3 extra points of damage.
I think I want a minor effect of it. It loses its footing and is sort of slowed down because it can't quite touch the ground in the right way. Because different
Okay.
legs have different gravities.
Yeah. I'll say it can't use its charge attack next turn. It can either move or attack. It can't charge attack.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is 6 points of damage. Does that ignore armor?
I don't know that it does, actually. It doesn't.
Okay. In that case, the armor of this thing, this thick metallic armor, you can see its neck stretching as you pull the head and pull the legs, but the armor is so heavily interlinked that only a couple of bits snap. This thing has 5 armor. Yes.
Oh, wow.
These things are made to defend. But it does mean it can't charge at Connie, which is a very good thing. Yeah, back to the top, Cleave and Trenton.
Fixie,
Okay, so
fixie
that
for
one
me.
is the one that was attacking the barrier is now focused on Connie.
Yes. I would like you to take 2 experience points.
Ah.
Ah, yep.
As the second one comes charging out.
Yeah,
of the mist.
I was
I was
expecting
just
that one
about to
earlier.
ask, where is the other one?
Yes, you failed your
Well,
roll to
wow.
hear it, so it turns up at the worst possible time.
I'd like to give that experience point to Trenton, please, for his hard work.
Aw.
So, what are you doing?
So is it charging at me?
It will be next turn.
How far away is it?
It came out of the mist and was charging, so it will be able to reach you next turn. your focus on the other one unfortunately allowed it to get close, which is what the gem intrusion's for.
Can I hold my turn?
I don't see why not. What are you holding it for?
If he's going to attack next, or if he's going to charge next.
Oh, you want to drop after it until it's close enough for
Yeah.
you to attack it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Trenton.
Fixing. Next thing on
Question.
the list.
Yes,
Yeah.
because this one, you can now fix both of the broken ones.
Okay.
You can choose randomly, or you can spend a turn trying to figure out what they are.
I'll choose randomly because
Okay.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and do them all anyway. So as long as I fix one, then that's okay.
Okay, let me just
Randomize.
yes. So that'll be that one.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be
The
that
other one.
one.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
2.
Okay, you are fixing the bottom panel. So, I think it's same difficulty 1 for you, because of all your skills. Don't roll a 1.
I roll a 1. I roll a natural 20.
Oh,
Hey!
There you go.
Okay.
Oh.
In that case, I think about halfway through fixing this, you realise that this was the door. This was the metal thing that fell out. No, you got to fix the other one. The other one's the register. You can register with these herders as
Oh,
herders.
okay. Brilliant. Perfect.
So yeah, you
But then I've got. But then I think that I'm going to fix this and then get back to the terminal. Is that what I think?
you think that's probably right.
Okay, that's all right.
But yes,
it's-
you realise halfway through and switch to the other one and fix it instead because natural 20 major effect.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Perfect.
you fixed what you need to fix,
Mhm.
which means that it's
Then,
the herder's turns. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. No, that's it. It's good.
One of them is going for Connie. One of them is going for. Would it go? Yeah, that one doesn't know about the cat that's been hurt yet, and also it's not in its herd, so it would go for Cleave. Yes.
Mhm.
So, the herders and Connie are actually perfectly matched, which means that I'm going to have to ask one of you to roll for Connie. No assets, nothing.
is there? Am I not in the way though between this thing? Because I saw it, but I did say that I was going to run to try and interpose myself between this thing and Connie.
Yes, your movement is the action there. I will allow you, if you want, to make a speed roll to take the attack.
I will do that. Yes.
Okay. This is specifically, you won't be able to dodge this. You will be getting in the way and you will be hurt.
That is fine.
Okay. Give me that speed roll. Difficulty 3.
That's a 12.
Yeah, you jump in the way and one of these horns scratches down the side. You manage
Ow.
to kind of push it out the way and it barrels through the cats, which they all scatter, the injured one taking Connie's knife and limping away. And the thing wheels back around to have another go next time round. The other one's going for Cleave. Give me your speed defense as it charges directly at you, directly at the barrier.
Okay, I am going to. I think I'm going to put 2 levels of effort in this.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Do I want to do that?
It is
I
a
wanna do
difficulty
that.
3, as per everything.
All right, I'm going to put. I'm going to put 1 level
Yep.
of effort into that. And please. It's a 3.
It's a 3, but with your levels of effort, still not good enough. 1 level of effort, you say? You said 1 level of effort, correct? Not 2.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you needed a 6. So yeah, this
Yeah.
thing does
Oh.
get a horn through whatever armor you have. It would be damage. It would be some damage. 4 points of damage for the spur.
Ouch.
Does my armor protect me?
It absolutely does.
Okay, so it'll give me 2 points of damage because I've got 2 armor.
Cool.
Excellent.
I realize
is that how
now,
much I damage? Is that how much I damage? Oh, those are terrible words. Is that how much damage I take as well? There we go.
No, because Letty was holding it back with gravity. It could only move or attack. I forgot that. So it charges towards you, but doesn't yet make the attack. Meaning it's Cleave, Letty, and Mazir.
I brace myself for the attack, sort of like thinking it's gonna come, and I'm very pleased when it doesn't.
Yeah, you've got a moment to do something.
It's sort of stumbling towards you, like rivets groaning as it sort of fights the gravity.
Cool.
So yeah, what are you doing?
How are the cats, the feline cat things, reacting to this? Are they just chilling basically? Like are they cool?
So they were chilling until Connie got there.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, they were quite happy to like let the herder protect them. They seemed very confident in the herder. But yeah, Connie attacking them, they started to scatter.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and whip this thing. Has it got eyes?
It's got a head.
I'm gonna try and whip it in the head.
Okay. Yeah, give me a roll for it if you want. I will remind you, you did see the armor, like the armor straining.
Yeah, I don't even with if I hit well, I don't think I'll do any damage.
Is there any sunny stuff you can do?
Well, if it had eyes, I could try and blind it, but that's the problem. If it hasn't got eyes, then I don't know if I can blind things that don't necessarily see. What's Connie doing?
Connie is standing low, looking like she's ready to dive out the way. Eyes on the thing on the herder.
That's smart. At least she's got that thing. I don't want it. I'm gonna try and draw the thing away. I'm gonna get my whip out, and I'm gonna sort of I'm gonna run at the same, running away from it and possibly Connie. But I'm gonna get my whip and I'm just gonna sort of crack it in the direction of the cats, just to try and make it think that I'm probably more of a threat than Connie is at this point.
Okay, yeah, intellect.
That's a 6. I'm not very smart.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, you crack your whip and it doesn't seem to react to the sound at all.
I re-roll that, please.
You can indeed.
I do have some XP. And that's a 16.
As you crack it again and catch the heel of one of the cats, and it yowls, and the head, very laboured movement, still pulling against the gravity, turns, and it pulls its leg out of the gravity well. It is free to move again, and it is looking at you.
Oh, joy.
Cleave and Mazir.
Not Mazir.
Sorry, yeah. Because I've got Mazir last in my list, but you all see that first when you take your turns. Cleave and Letty.
I realised that even reaching deep as I can into the sort of gravity field, and the sort of the machine aura, I guess, the Numenera in the air around us, I can't really do much to it. In terms of damage, I can still push him around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I can't. If I use push, you must be able to see the target, which must be your size or smaller.
It definitely
no.
is not.
Definitely not. If I push that spot, boy, I'm gonna go flying miles in the opposite direction.
Oh, we were talking about Mistborn earlier.
Yeah. Oh no! I've made a Mistborn.
Not quite.
Not quite.
There's no gravity powers in Mistborn.
That's true.
Yet.
You've made a Radiant instead. From the
Cleave,
Stormlight
did you
Archives.
have any idea what? Did you have any idea what you were doing?
I can't see that Cleege can do anything else but attack. Even though Cleege knows he's not going to be able to do any damage, I think the only thing he can do is attack and keep providing that distraction.
Hey,
Um,
Cleege, do you want to ride one of these things? Because I can give you a boost.
yes. Yes. Yes, I do.
That is the right answer.
Fantastic.
Letty just shouts, "Think fast!" and just launches you using push. You push a creature object immediate distance in any direction you wish. You sort of get yanked up in sort of an arc towards this thing.
Yeah, give me a speed roll to land on it safely, because the neck, the
It's
things
spiky,
which
isn't it?
moved up are spiky.
Am I doing the speed roll? Or is
You're
Letty
doing the speed roll.
It's going to be
Oh,
a terrible
God,
way to go.
Martin.
Letty's launched you, and you're taking your turn to land on it properly. This will basically, it will keep attacking you, and if you're on its back, it's much harder for it to hit you.
Okay, how many do I need to? What difficulty?
Difficulty 3.
Still to land on its back.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. We're just gonna. Come on, dice.
You've got
9 or
this.
more. 9 or more. 9 or more.
Come on. Oh, come on! It was an 18. 5.
5.
It's a 5. I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay, okay.
Re-roll. I want the glory shot. 17.
17.
Nice.
So yeah, Letty throws you up. You arc up in the air. You catch an edge of the neck, which isn't sharp. Swing round onto the back. Grab
Nice.
another couple of plates, and you can see the head has turned all the way around to follow you, but the neck doesn't move that far back. It's gonna have to do something special to try and get to you, and it will try.
Have you taken rodeo as your flex skill?
I wish I had.
First things first, though, is Trenton.
I'm going to try to, instead of running back to the panel to press the correct button, I'm just going to try. Can I try and activate it from here by just creating a signal?
Yeah, you can
into the
absolutely
button
try.
in order to in order for it to tell it that I'm a herder, basically.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call this a difficulty 6.
All right.
But yeah, I think you can do that.
So I can drop it by 2 for specialized in electrical machines. Is that correct? I also have distant activation works at short range, so that probably doesn't help.
I think I'd allow that to give you an asset if you wanted to
Okay,
kind of
that'd be great.
do the stuff for that.
Yeah.
I think it's spending points, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then I will. So that brings it down to 3.
Yeah, level 3.
Yep,
Yeah,
6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah. I'll put a level of effort in as well.
2, 6 or more.
Come on.
18.
Nice.
So yes, you fashion yourself a controller, twisting wires together like spanners for buttons and contacts.
Exactly. It's all temporary. It doesn't need to be pretty.
Yep, and you spark the two things together, giving it the data it needs about you. There is a scanner here, which you've wired in, scans you.
I've probably patched myself into it, actually.
Oh, yes, of course. You've got ports and plugs.
Yeah.
So yes, you patch yourself into it, giving your data to it, and you are now a registered herder.
Amazing.
You've still got to do one more thing. You've got to get your friends registered. It will be one action, but we've
That's
got
okay.
one more round until that.
Okay, great.
Uh,
Frantically typing and patching and doing whatever.
Yep, Cleave, you are on the back. Back in your original initiative, on the back of this thing as it's bucking and trying to throw you into its own neck.
I'm just gonna hit it with my Verid. Why not?
Sure. So yeah, it's eased because you're on its back, so it's a difficulty 2.
Okay. So I'm going to put one thing of effort in, and then I'm going to roll. And it's a 17.
Yeah, Verid, you find a gap between these plates on the neck. How much damage does a Verid do?
Only does 4, so it won't really get through the armor.
Yeah,
but-
it doesn't do anything, but it keeps its attention on you as it tries to throw you into the front. Speed defense, difficulty 2.
Oh, god damn it.
Yes.
You're welcome.
It's easier than a difficulty 3.
That is true.
And actually,
okay,
the
we're just
spikes on
going
the
for
back of the
another
neck
throw.
do less damage
9.
than the horns.
9.
Difficulty 2? Yes, absolutely. You managed to use the Verid to kind of keep your distance. The two blades of the sword on either side of one of these spikes, pushing yourself away from it. Mazia, this other one, which has just freed itself from the gravity, saw that you attacked one of the creatures, locked on you, charges at you. Speed defense.
I am. For some reason, I put my D20 back in the bag. And now all I can find is D6s. Oh, there we go. It's because all the D6s are at the top. That's
Roll
15.
3d6.
15. Easy.
Yeah, I'm already running. I just sort of like I make it think I'm going to go one way, and then I'm like, nope, this way.
Yeah, I was
I'm
going to
faster
suggest
than these
you,
things, it's
you
fine.
whip, grab a horn, pull its head one way, and move the other.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Okay, that's the herders. Letty and Mazia. One more round. Actually, I'm going to suggest we go straight back to Trenton. Because Trenton can solve this now, basically.
Excellent.
Go, Trenton, go.
So, yes.
There's
Trenton,
tools everywhere.
Tools
Just been
everywhere.
Throwing them around.
you've got your friend's data. You reverse engineered it from the chip in your butt.
Excellent.
It's weird how often that comes up.
Does that mean you don't have-
Butt chip.
Does that mean you don't have Letty's data? Because Letty's the only one who doesn't have a bunch.
Yeah, no.
Very possible.
Nah, Cleege
You-
definitely like snuck into your room at some point and just like.
I would not know. Cleege would not have done
Okay, if Cleege didn't, Mazia did. It's fine.
that. But I'm pretty sure that there would be information relating to Letty's ankle bracelet anyway, surely.
Yeah,
Yes.
Trenton,
The
you
DNA will
are
be on record.
you are registered as like a herdsperson, so you can just register other people now. You can do it now, easily. With your you set up your talk to machines thing earlier, so I'm not even going to ask for a roll for it.
Excellent.
Because you can talk to this thing. You sympathetic circuits, moving electricity around your circuits outside, moving it inside, making those patterns, putting that data in for visuals for these herders, and then hitting the send button. You can almost see the wave it sends out as the herder, both of them, receive it and return to neutral.
Excellent.
The one that was attacking Mazia moves to go back to the herd of these cat things. Finds the two that were slightly injured and lays down, and little things come out the front and it starts healing them.
Oh.
The other one with Cleave on its back just starts going back to its herd, trotting off into the distance.
Did you get off? Cleege, get down.
Cleege's going to stay on for a bit.
But yeah,
I'm still, because I've ported myself into these things, I will slowly maintain the signal and unport myself so that I no longer have to be connected.
yeah, a little bit of time. I'm gonna stop here, and we're gonna have kind of the prologue next week, and then we will cut to a few weeks later because
Sounds
it is
good.
11 o'clock. It is a school night. But I'm just gonna leave you with the last image of relax, the herder in the background tending to the ones that were injured. Connie is like back against the wall, head in hands, heavy breathing, panicking as you go to reassure her that she did maybe not the right thing but a good thing. She acted. The shimmering barrier returns to nothing, and as Trenton unplugs the final thing, that's where we're going to end.
Nice. There's a good bit of action. Love
Yeah,
it.
and not just a straight up fight. It's trying not to do just straight up fights, because
That was tricky. That was super tricky.
Blasting and then being like, oh, how much armor?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
We've got to get ourselves some big guns.
Or
Ciphers
more
that
speed.
can
I
throw
just
us.
need more speed.
Just in case.
Or keep maneuvering things around the battlefield
Yeah.
as much as possible.
It worked so far.
It's worked. It's worked.
That's fine. We've got this. We're very capable.
They find the lady with all our enemies.
We are going to not raid tonight because I'm tired. I need to go to bed. So watch more Chaotic Neutral. We've got some more stuff. I think the Blades in the Dark has ended maybe last week or the week before. They had their final episode. So catch all of that on YouTube. It's good stuff. Rodrigo is a brilliant GM for that. Some very cool ideas in that. Friday is the usual Benefactor game, D&D 5e. We're in like the hundreds of episodes. There's it's a cool show, that one. And Lancer is on Sundays, which is the one I play at, and I am producing as well. We have got our fancy mechs, and we're I can't actually remember where we're at because normally it'll be fresh in my mind, but we weren't on yesterday. But come and watch Lancer. If you enjoyed our particular brand of chaos, come and join us in the Discord. If you're new around here, various games floating around at times. It has been a pleasure. It's good to be back. I was a little nervous at the start because it's been a week or two off, and I wasn't sure if it was going to fall back, but it has. And thank you all for helping me settle back into it.
Loved it. It was great.
Treat to be back.
I think that's us done. So all that's left is to say good night. Look after yourselves.
Night.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.